Howdy feller, what it do? JB2 here. We're doing a mod fucking AI battle anus thing. And the way this works, or the way I'm having it work, is faction creation is disabled. The only way to get someone to be in a war with you is if you have them puppeted. And we're gonna have the puppets be colored, I think. We're not playing Escalation Stain. I'm just really popping in and out, showing kind of highlights of what happened in this world. So first things we want to do is go to the Millennium Chaos settings and just fucking have war. And none of this matters. And disable all factions. So war's happening a shitload and nobody's able to join a faction or create them. Or get them through events, which is a big deal in this mod because America spams factions like nobody's business. So when shit really starts happening, I'll let you know. The Islamic State takes a while to actually do anything. Alright, quick update here with the Islamic State. It looks like they're gonna get pooped on any second. Turns out having a giant pocket in the middle of fucking nowhere in Hearts of Iron 4 isn't exactly the best for your army. Go figure. Real quick update, Ukraine took back the weird Russian rebellion client state over here. It's kind of hard for them not to, considering it's not really backed by Russia in this mod. Oh yeah, and also the Islamic State's gone. Like now. Like now. Now. Any second. Alright, AI overestimated you. This is taking a lot longer than it should. But, yeah, now they're gone. And it looks like Kurdistan got independence, so that's a meme. Alright, this is the first war that's broken out due to the Millennium Chaos mod. Vietnam v Laos. So far it looks like Vietnam has the pretty overwhelming advantage. Laos is kind of a shit show. Vietnam is, as far as I can tell, the much superior force. Hell, I bet I can watch them walk into this city. Viet 10. I don't want to mispronounce Southeast Asian names. But I'll update the situation when it's appropriate. It looks like it's going to stagnate for a while. Alright, that wasn't as big of a cut as I thought I was going to have to make. Morocco declared war on Western Sahara. That's going to be a raffle stomp. Morocco is going to win. However, I believe Cambodia... Oh, wait, that's Thailand. I'm really dumb. They're justifying against Laos as well. So yeah, Laos is dead. There's nothing that's going to like keep them alive. Yeah, and there's the peace deal. All of Western Sahara belongs to Morocco now. And holy shit, did Morocco just like... Yeah, it's justifying on Algeria. Yeah, shit's getting crazy. So far, it doesn't look like any European states starting to... Any at least Western European states starting to rile anything up. And here we are. Laos is gone. Vietnam is supreme. I'll update more wars and whatnot when they come around. Alright, again, did not take as long as I thought. Honduras versus Nicaragua, and Uganda versus Rwanda. Love ethnic conflict. Oh, yeah. This is another really one-sided battle here. Eventually, the AI empires should get big enough to be interesting. Looks like Bolivia... Yeah, Bolivia took a state from Paraguay, and I think they... Doesn't look like they installed a puppet, so they kind of just wasted that war almost. But yeah, a lot of African miners are going to war. Swaziland is like down here. Yeah, that's gonna be a one-sided thing. Alright. Oh, yeah. Again, one-sided thing, I'm pretty sure. Djibouti's like the size of my booty. Yep. Moldova and Transnistria have an interesting war here, but the problem is Moldova and Transnistria aren't actually attacking each other. Also, there's conflict in the Caribbean. Let's check this one out. Yeah, it looks pretty one-sided. The Dominican Republic's gonna take Haiti pretty single-handedly. Pretty handedly, whatever. Yep, full annexation. Chad is under threat. Hopefully his glorious body, his glorious gains, his chiseled nose has just been punched. This is truly a sad day. Uzbekistan's trying to be relevant. And, oh, Ukraine. Shit. Interesting stuff going on. Oh, here's the big one. So, China declared war on India. Generally, how this war goes in Millennium Dawn, no matter what happens, is India will gain ground in the Himalayas. And normally, they do a really dumb decision to go total mobilization, and I think that's going to happen again. And that's going to kill all their manpower to the point where they stall their advance, and then China's just going to not be able, or just gradually retake all their lost territory. That's at least my expert analysis anime prediction. And Malaysia declared war on Brunei. That's an easy victory for them. Oh shit, the memes just don't stop. We've got the full way Korean shebang. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, a bunch of minor wars are happening. Chad's actually managed to hold off one front, but he's about to get fucked in the other. Poor Chad. And Ukraine, holy shit, Ukraine thick AF. And Iran does not like an independent Kurdistan, which is unfortunate for the Kurds. They must have had to fight pretty hard for this shit. And now it's gone. Or at least significantly hampered. Alright. Real fast, South Asia and Georgia had a fight, and Georgia obviously won. Romania versus Bulgaria. Generally what happens is the war stalls for a bit, and Romania wins due to its large industrial capacity. Oh no, I just got demonetized right there. This one could go either way, actually. They're about evenly matched. Israel has slightly less manpower, but that's not really stopped it before. I also think the game gives it a better armor core to start out with, but I could be wrong. Also, Mexico tends to expand to the south, so they're going to be just eating all these boys here. Quick treaty update. Saudi Arabia is going to just be eating all these guys. African states are quarreling over something, I don't know. Oh shit, Libya, that's an interesting peace treaty. You just totally partitioned Chad. I want a big rip for my boy Chad. Mexico just took Guatemala. I also have been skipping over some African skirmishes because there's just so many of them, and I don't think many people consider those countries relevant. Oh, but here's something relevant. Bulgaria got annexed. Hell yeah. And in case you want to see an early casualty report of the war, China is going to take a lot more losses than India will at first. I'm not really sure why. I think it's just because they're charging Indian troops through the Himalayas more than the Chinese charge them. Either that, or China has bad supply out this way. Also, Morocco's expanding into northern Africa more. Cool. Yeah, I want a fat F chat for Kurdistan. Oh, Christ. Maybe they won't get demonetized because they won. Breaking news update, Myanmar is fighting Vietnam, and that's going to be a bit of a hairy war with this corridor. Oh shit, that was not a smart play by Vietnam. I'm predicting Vietnam's downfall because they're biting off more than they can chew, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. In case you wanted an update on the Korean War, the South is currently kind of pushing, not really. But I don't think they've taken any super major northern industrial centers except for Kaesong. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, Russia's re-expanding into the Baltics. Interesting. Oh shit. I'm feeling imperialistic. Spain is going to land in Morocco, and interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure they might win this war. Morocco... So yeah, their armies are about evenly matched, but Spain has the higher industrial capacity, and as long as they don't lose their ports, they should win. Though I do think Morocco just ate one of Spain's forces, so we'll see about that one. Actually, this could be a complete waste of Spanish lives. That's very interesting. Well, I'll report back if there's any change in the situation here. So it seems the Spanish have attempted a second landing, and the Algerians are also putting pressure on Morocco, so I don't know, I guess things are looking okay for Spain, but we'll see. Oh shit, it's happening again. Yeah, Jordan's probably fucked. I don't know, actually. Yeah, no, they're collapsing pretty quickly. So yeah, we're gonna see a pretty strong Israel. It's interesting. Yeah, Jordan's the next, and Pakistan versus Afghanistan is the thing, as well as Armenia versus Azerbaijan. Pakistan's obviously gonna win this war. There's just no contest between the two. Armenia is probably gonna lose to Azerbaijan, especially after they've been reduced so heavily by the Turks. Oh, and whoever said colonialism is dead is a fucking liar, because Spain just took shitload of stuff. They puppeted the Moroccan government and took some land for themselves. Uzbekistan continues to expand, and like I thought, Pakistan is now a beefy boy. And Russia also continues to expand. They're probably going to link up with Kaliningrad. And then we'll see what they decide to do about thick Ukraine. So I can't imagine they're too pleased with that. And Honduras just annexed Costa Rica, though I'm pretty sure Mexico is going to be coming for them soon. I'd also like to report, I haven't pointed this one out, but Hillary won the 2016 election, so take that as you will. Another thing to report, minor conflicts are continuing to break out in Africa, while Uzbekistan is expanding even more. Hey, remember when South Sudan was relevant? Because they just took a state. They're actually expanding as an empire. Bit of an update on the Korean War. Battle lines have reached Pyongyang. Or how do you pronounce it? Pyongyang? Though, if the North Koreans... Oh, fuck. That's not good for the South. Yeah, it seems they're pulling out of their gained territory. So that's an ultimate stagnation in the war. But it seems that the North has definitely taken a lot more casualties. Though the South better withdraw that tank soon, or they're going to be the ones in deep shit. Oh, no, it looks like the North is going to triumph, because they just got a massive encirclement off. Glad I started recording when I did, because this is going to hurt the South a lot. Yep, let's check the casualties. Oh, okay. We're going to be seeing a Red Korea. Ethiopia also is building up their empire in Africa, expanding mostly to the south. They took over Kenya and I think Somalia. Oh, another kind of important war of note. Mexico is facing off with Honduras. Honduras kind of tried to imperialize South America as well. Not South America, Central America as well. As evidenced by their declaration on Panama, while they're at war with a much greater power. Play the game right there. But yeah, easy prediction is Mexico's going to win this war. Hey, do you like meat grinders? Because I sure do. It appears the South, or fuck, I can't speak. The North ran out of manpower at service by requirement, while the South still has guys at extensive conscription. So this war may not be as one-sided as I think. The North does have a lot more divisions in the field, but I think the South's armor is still largely intact. Yeah. Remember how I shat-talked Vietnam? Well, that was probably a mistake, considering they seem like they're going to be able to take Thailand, and if they take Thailand down, Myanmar won't stand much of a chance. What seems to be their saving grace is this corridor here is preventing Myanmar from actually doing anything to them, because they're just suiciding troops onto fortified Vietnamese soldiers. Oh shit! Italy is getting imperialistic. I do have a mod installed that makes people with focus trees in Millennium Dawn do ahistoric approaches. And luckily they didn't go unite the European Union, because that would actually suck. If the European Union was united, it would just make this game a lot more boring. And it's kind of one of my least favorite features that the AI is able to do in Millennium Dawn. I kind of get it if you want to do it as a human and just for the fun or whatever, but it should definitely be a disableable thing that You can just press a button and form the European Union. Alright, I'll update on the Austro-Italian War, but it seems like Italy's back for vengeance and is going to fuck over Austria hard here. Interesting news in the Caucasus, Iran just took all of Azerbaijan, which is, or was, the dominant power, and reduced them to this. Iran is looking poised for a pretty decent game. South Africa also seems to be expanding up north, so we might see some consolidation through here. They are, at the moment, other than Egypt, the largest African state in terms of industry and population. Actually, Nigeria, population-wise, is pretty massive. So I hope you like even more of a meat grinder, because it appears the North Koreans almost have caught up back with the South to how many people they've lost, and they can't actually replace any of those lives, so cool stuff there. And it's pizza pie. Italy took a state in Austria was puppeted. I haven't really featured South America too much, but Brazil's looking mighty thick. They're about to munch on Peru, and they've taken a lot of other territories. Slight hang-up here on, holy shit, on the Vietnamese fucking gangbang. They don't have any manpower, and Israel just took Palestine over. Demonetize me. Eritrea has joined Libya in for a gangbang on the Sudanese. So actually, Libya is not going in for that. But yeah, Eritrea has 53 divisions, while Sudan has a grand total of 6. It's definitely not Sudan's game. Breaking news from the, I don't know, it's not the Middle East, but more or less that region. The Persians, the Iranians, declared war on the Pakistanis. Though I think, yeah, that's not actually a thing. They can't call in allies. Oh, never mind. That's a puppet. Yeah, anyway, the Pakistanis appear to be pushing back pretty hard, so that might have been a big mistake on Persia's part, Iran's part, whomever. Interesting. Another front line update. Honduras is actually holding strong against Mexico, though the kill count is pretty skewed. I just guess they're doing well at not dying. Oh shit, it seems America wants to add a 51st state, because Cuba is being invaded from Guantanamo Bay. This is the first time I've seen America do anything in Millennium Chaos, and you know what, as a proud American man, I'm glad to see we're in action, boys. Oh shit, Italy is going full imperialism again, and this time against the Swiss. They really seem to be interested in the Alpine region. Rwanda got puppeted. Okay. And they're making Austria throw lives away, despite not having any to throw. But yeah, this looks like to be a pretty... No, this war's gonna stall for a while. Switzerland's a fucking fortress. Another kind of big news. Ethiopia is fighting the Congo, and they seem about evenly matched. I know fighting in this region is particularly a pain. It's like less supply than you'd get in fucking Siberia, but we'll see how this works out for Ethiopia. Another quick frontline update. Switzerland's about to fucking fold. There's no way. And Iran is about to fold as well, though it's mostly due to Russia, I think, entering the war pretty recently. And it's just a general gangbang. Yep, Italy directly annexed all of Switzerland. Though, an interesting war to be seen right now is Turkey versus Greece. And it looks like Turkey's going all out in their invasion of the Ionian Islands and whatnot. Oh, here's a peace deal, and oh my god, that border gore. Mwah! You just can't stop Italy. They're going after Liechtenstein. I don't foresee them losing this at all. Yeah? Oh, that's a fat win. I just don't know when Italy will stop. They definitely have had Alpinian ambitions. And holy shit, Greece actually opened up a second front against the Ottomans. It's unexpectedly competent of them. I gotta hand it to Greece. Though I still don't foresee them winning the war, because the Ottomans are swarming that landing like a bunch of angry bees. However, I should be watching my words here, because their army sizes are about even, and Ottoman losses are like 5 times that of the Greece. So who knows, maybe we'll have a restored Byzantine Empire in a little bit. Oh yeah, and here's the point of the war where India starts to lose. They've got 0 manpower. I mean, sure, they've capitulated... I'm not going to say industrial centers of China, because that's inaccurate. They've capitulated Lhasa, which has some resources. They haven't taken the Chinese East Coast. They haven't switched over to in time. They're gonna lose gradually. Damn, Greece really has been turning the tables. This is actually impressive. I've never seen AI be this confident before. Like, this takes the cake. They're attempting to, at least, encircle divisions, and they've managed to land in Anatolia and redirect pressure away from actual Greece, all the while killing a lot more Ottomans than losing Greeks. Oh boy, a big war just broke out here. Iraq versus Israel. And it looks like that was a big mistake for the Iraqis to declare that war, considering they're losing pretty handedly, or at least they initially appear to be. Yeah, that's a 20-to-1 kill ratio off the bat. We'll see how things shake out. This even looks like to be a quick war. We'll see if they reach Baghdad within a month. Oh, hey. So yeah, Mexico definitely has dominance in Central America. They do seem to have a plan to invade the United States, though I don't know how well that'll go for them, but that's interesting to see. Russia continues to expand their reach into the Caucasus and beyond. Maybe they'll assist Greece in the gangbang of Turkey soon, who knows. Yeah, quite obviously Georgia got annexed, and various states were puppeted, whatever. Also, the little update on the Greco-Turkish war here. It's looking pretty good for the Greeks. The Turks seem to be pushing, or holding the strait, but that's not really what they need to be concerned about at the moment. Apparently, Egypt was involved in the war to take out Somaliland with Libya and Eritrea. Eritrea, whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. Rip the dream. Uzbekistan is getting absolutely annihilated by the Pakistanis. That said, though, they have spare manpower while the Pakistanis do not. We'll see how things shake out. Stop the presses. Moldova finally managed to capitulate Transnistria. Holy shit. Oof. Yeah, that sucks, Iraq. You just got fucking memed on. And Iran's also getting just absolutely hurt. So yeah, looks like Ankara is surrounded, and once it falls, that's it for the Turks. Though the only problem is I don't know if the Greeks are going to take much in the treaty. We'll have to find out, like, right now. Holy shit. I'm glad the Greeks are about to capitulate when they are, because it seems they're about to lose manpower, like, fast. Oh. Come on, Greece. You could have done a lot better than that, bud. Yeah, that's a little disappointing, but hey, that was a cool war. Yeah, they didn't puppet anything, they didn't take any land. I guess they didn't really have any territorial ambitions, but make Istanbul Constantinople! Yeah, sweet. Oh, here's a big one. Russia versus Poland. The only problem for Russia is they declared without a clear corridor into Poland, and they're going to face some major supply issues. They might have wanted to fuck with Ukraine first before Poland. For the moment, it seems the Poles aren't interested in pushing any further into Kaliningrad, but if they do, I don't see any reason they'd lose. They can't really retaliate any further against the Germans, the Russians, excuse me, considering their navy is not on par of Russia's, but we'll have to see what happens again. And Jesus, the Russians have built up a large puppet network. Oh, right when I said they were seeming to stall on Kaliningrad, yeah, the Poles took Kaliningrad back. Or not back, they took it pretty easily. A lot of Russian deaths responsible for that blunder on their part. Oh, so you know I mentioned that, holy fuck, I hate this interface, that Germany has the option to form the European Union. It seems they're trying to do that at the moment, so in like a year, they're going to be able to unite the entire European Union, because that's in the mod. Oh, also of note is the Korean TPR took out the little rum state of the South Koreans, and now the Korean Peninsula is, well, it's united. And it appears China has gone down, yeah, it's gone down a neo-Maoist route. And their little war effort here, they are actually doing, the Indians are doing a lot better than I'm giving them credit for. They still have 0 manpower though, and not a lot of ways to get more. I mean, they can get more, they're not going to though, in time. The percentage is, they have 0.5 for getting manpower and -5 for not having manpower. So they're gonna have to do at least until service by requirement if they want to have people on the field replenishing this line of soldiers. Kuwait has declared war on Saudi Arabia, and interestingly enough, I think they're going to succeed. I'm fairly certain the Saudis have not been building up their army and have only been losing, like, I think they've lost a lot of equipment due to expanding heavily within the peninsula. So I'll let you know if they can catch up with the Kuwaitis again and deflect this invasion. They kind of seem like they may be able to, but at the moment they're outnumbered. In case you're still wondering about Vietnam, they're not doing anything. This whole war is stalled. But I guess all nations are safe as long as the AI doesn't realize it could literally walk into Bangkok any second it wants to. So Greece and Turkey are at war again. This should be even more one-sided. The question remains if Greece is actually going to do anything with the victory. We'll see about that one. Greece did declare this war out of aggression versus fighting off Turkey's aggression, so maybe they'll have some intention to take a state this time. Oh god, that war did not go well for Kuwait, by the way. They got puppeted, so yeah, the Saudis pushed back hard. Alright, Greece did something different this time. Something a lot different, actually. I would, you know, despite them being a socialist republic, they look a little bit more like Byzantium. Well, the Krauts formed the EU, so, all of Europe is more or less united, though funnily enough, the Italian puppet Austria somehow has retained independence into just a rump state Austria. But yeah, it appears the Greeks, as well as actually the Italians, conquered land for the eventual formation of the EU. Also, of note, China's probably going to lose this war. That was wrong, completely wrong. Because they switched to total mobilization and they are losing out on men fast. Oh yeah, so, India's going to have manpower now. But China, not so much. So, fairly certain I was completely wrong. Also, I think I'm going to call this series, or this episode, or this little clip show over pretty soon. I was going to go to 2026, do a full decade of showcase of observation, but there's really not that much going on aside from India finishing off China, and that's going to take a long time. And we know how this war is going to go now. Like, it's not going to be pretty. I wish Vietnam, this war, the front wasn't so stagnant so we could have a clear winner, but it's just unfortunate. But yeah, there's a lot less wars going on in the world right now. I think the AIs have done most of their territorial claim that comes with Millennium Chaos. And the ones that remain are just stagnant wars that aren't really able to be resolved. So I'm actually going to call it here. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed everything you've seen. I hope you enjoyed some interesting AI moments / decisions. And until next time, peace out. As a quick side note, if you'd like me to continue this save, and like people actually want me to continue this, which is doubtful, but you know, I'm down to eventually. Just let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye for real.